date journey to Walmart and bring you with. So I'm heading to meet my cast for a fun night in Palm Springs, and I told them I was at Walmart.
It started with a wobbly wheel, a burst of laughter, and a camera pointed directly at the most recognizable woman on the planet, nearly face-planting in broad daylight. And somehow, in that single chaotic, unscripted, wonderfully human moment, Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton told the world everything it needed to know. No publicist-approved statement. No carefully timed red carpet debut with matching outfits and rehearsed answers. Just Kim losing control of her bike on a casual ride, and Lewis right there beside her, filming the whole glorious disaster. The clip hit Instagram on June 1st, and the internet, which had spent months speculating, dissecting, and theorizing about what exactly was happening between these two, collectively lost its mind. The timing of all of this matters more than people are giving it credit for. This was not an accident in the way that celebrity accidents usually are, the kind that gets blamed on a rogue photographer or a tipsy source with a phone. This was Kim Kardashian, a woman who has been managing her own image with surgical precision since before most of her current fanbase was old enough to have a social media account, choosing to show the world something unpolished and real. She could have waited for the perfect lighting and the perfect caption. Instead, she let herself be seen nearly toppling off a bicycle while Lewis Hamilton laughed beside her. And that choice, more than any Vanity Fair party photo or Ferrari passenger seat cameo, is the one that says the most about where this relationship actually is right now. Because there is a language to how celebrities reveal their relationships, and it is rarely accidental. You start with proximity, two names at the same party, a blurry photo from across a restaurant, a source with plausible deniability. Then you move to the Cotswolds, where Kim quietly flew in January and Lewis landed by helicopter an hour later. The kind of rendezvous that only gets leaked when both parties have decided they are comfortable with the world knowing something is happening without yet having to say what. Then Paris, which is practically its own genre of romantic announcement. Then the Super Bowl in February, side by side in a luxury suite at Levi's Stadium, appearing on the Jumbotron, the whole stadium watching them laugh and lean into each other, and a lip reader later claiming Lewis told Kim he didn't take just any girl to meet his mother. Then a heart eye emoji dropped beneath a Vanity Fair photo that broke the internet all over again. Then Tokyo in a red Ferrari and Kim in the passenger seat. And then, at last, a bike ride in California in June, where Kim nearly crashes and Lewis catches it all on film. And the comment sections fill with people writing things like adorable, and they are everything, and I have never rooted for anything harder in my life. What makes this particular moment so compelling is that it represents a very specific kind of softening that people who have followed Kim Kardashian's public life for years have been waiting to see. This is a woman who went through one of the most publicly brutal marriages and divorces in modern celebrity history, whose private pain was documented and debated and dissected by millions of strangers on a daily basis, who then dated and broke up in the glare of tabloid flashbulbs, and who somewhere along the way seemed to build a wall around the parts of herself that were most worth protecting. The bike video is a crack in that wall, and it is a crack she chose to make herself. That is the story beneath the story, and it is the reason this particular clip is hitting differently than all the others. Lewis Hamilton, for his part, has been a quiet revelation in all of this. The 7-time Formula One world champion is someone whose dating history is long and well documented, and almost exclusively conducted at the volume of a stadium speaker. Nicole Scherzinger, Gigi Hadid. A string of appearances and breakups played out in public with the same intensity he brings to a race finish. But sources who have watched this relationship develop since it first became something more than a decade-long friendship have described a different mode entirely. He has been attentive, intentional, the kind of present that doesn't require an audience to prove itself. He has been making the plans and showing up, and, if the Super Bowl lip reading is to be believed, already thinking about introductions that matter. And now he is the one holding the camera while the woman he is clearly falling for laughs at herself on a bicycle in California, and he is clearly delighted by every second of it. There is also the question of the children, which is never a small question where Kim is concerned. She is the mother of 4, North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm, and any relationship she takes seriously is one that eventually has to make sense within the context of that life. Sources close to the situation have said that Hamilton has already begun spending time around her kids, that the integration has been gradual and easy rather than forced or performative. The same Instagram post that featured the bike ride also included photos of Kim with her children, with Kris Jenner, with the textures and people of her actual daily life. Lewis was not the headline of that post. He was woven into it the way someone becomes part of a life, not through a formal announcement but through repetition, through showing up, through being the person with the camera when the funny thing happens. What complicates this picture, because nothing beautiful in the celebrity universe is ever entirely uncomplicated, is the quiet tension that has reportedly begun to surface around the reality of Hamilton's schedule. He is a Formula One champion who has made it clear that retirement is nowhere on his horizon, which means he is a man who spends the better part of every year moving across the globe in service of a career that demands everything from him. Kim, by contrast, is building something different now, a version of her life that is more rooted, more present, more focused on the chapters ahead. Sources have noted that she has begun asking herself whether the geography of what they are can actually hold over time, whether the distance that comes with loving someone who lives on a racing circuit is a distance she is willing to sustain. But then again, she posted the bike video. She let him film her wobbling and laughing and being completely genuinely herself, and she put it on the internet for the world to see, and the world responded the way it always does when something true breaks through the surface of all the performance. It responded with joy. Whatever questions remain about the future in this moment on this particular street in California, in the light of a summer afternoon, these two people are choosing each other out loud, and the rest of the world is on its bicycle right beside them, trying very hard not to fall.